Hey, I'm Steve Magnante here in Bogart, Georgia at the Tony Townley Collection, which will be auctioned by Richmond auctioneers on October 24th and 25th of 2025 in its entirety. A lot of great cars, and let's have a look now at a 1957 Ford Thunderbird, but not just any Thunderbird. This is a special order double S interior and exterior paint combination car, not available from the factory, special ordered stuff by somebody who really cared for his wife or whoever, one of a kind perhaps. And beyond that, it's a dual quad car, 270 horsepower. The 312 has two 4-barrel carburetors on its aluminum intake manifold, unique to the 312 E-Code engine package, which is what we have here. And let's take a look at that big dual quad 312 and open the hood and see what we find. For 1957, Ford's Y-block pushrod engine was in its 4th year of production, replacing the flathead which Ford relied on since 1932. So really it brought Ford into the modern performance era. But this one is really about performance. This is the D-Code dual quad 312. What does dual quad mean? Well, it means there's two 4-barrel carburetors underneath that big air cleaner right there, and aluminum intake manifold specific to the D-Code dual quad cars. The only thing harder than this would be an F-Code supercharged Thunderbird with 300 horse, but this has 270, which is plenty of horsepower to get down the road. And special things about this car, really 1957, third and final year for the Baby Bird, which was made 55, 6, and 7. And they all have this cool forward hinged hood here, which lifts like that. And basically a very exotic touch, similar to the Corvette, frankly. Corvette was sort of the Thunderbird's biggest competitor, but these sold far better than Corvettes did for many years. I don't think Corvette ever really outsold Thunderbird. Really in modern times, even now. So with that said, these are great examples of post-war optimism on wheels, if you will. Now, 57 was unique for a variety of reasons. Beyond the 312 dual quad engine, which was only available in 57, never in 56, 55, or 58. They didn't have them. But the crazy thing is, for 1958, Ford redesigned and reimagined these cars into 4-seaters, and they sold lots more of those than they did the 2-seaters like this here, so go figure. Of course, the 57 one-year quarter panels, long tail fins on these things, which is sort of Detroit styling fad of the 1950s, tail fins, and Thunderbird embraced them in big style. Of course, the trunk was enlarged because 56s, of course, had that external spare tire. 57 did not have it, so the styling was increased, and longer, lower, and wider was the motif in the 1950s. Inside this one, we see something cool, not an automatic, but rather a manual transmission. Let's open the door and scope it out. And inside this car, it doesn't only have the special order external paint, but the interior color here is also a special order item. And I dare say it's one of a handful, if maybe the only one, made in this color combination inside and out. But getting back to the Thunderbird's sporting nature, manual transmission, most of these cars came with an automatic, but this one here is the 3-speed manual. And I say there's nothing that connects the driver to the car like a clutch pedal and a stick shift, and this one has it. Again, dual quad 312 under the hood, very cool. But if you don't want to hear the engine, you have the Town & Country radio here, which is a primitive signal-seeking AM/FM radio right from the factory right here. Around town, when you maybe had a better signal from an FM radio station, you'd hit the town, and around the country, if you're out in the prairie or driving through the desert or whatever, it might hit the country part, and it would go into AM mode and/or better pickup for lighter signals, or weaker signals, I would say. So you always had a radio signal in this car with the Town & Country radio. Also, the engine turned applique here would reappear on Pontiac's Trans Am in the 1980s and 70s. And again, we saw it first here on the Thunderbird. And again, a beautiful example of a nicely restored car, all numbers matching. This one here has been pampered all of its life. Probably a one-of-a-kind paint and interior combination. A 3-speed manual dual quad Thunderbird, what's not to like?